Hello everyone, Peter Hastings here for HiloStream. We're happy to be introducing our new HiloStream Broadcast Scoreboard Pro today. This is going to feature scoreboards integrated for Wirecast and OBS systems, which feature all of these sports here: football, basketball, baseball, soccer, volleyball, hockey, and tennis. So let's go to your first. You're going to purchase your software. So we go to HiloStream here, and I've already entered all the information. This will set up your subscription. It'll automatically renew for you every month at $29.99 unless you change it to the cheaper upgrades. So we'll look at our order here. Yeah, let's connect. Stand out. And here's our order here. When you get your order, you'll see your license in there. You'll see your files. So you can download your files first. Your downloads will go wherever your downloads go. I'm going to go to this one right here. So that's just an example of what your zip would be like. You extract your zip, so make sure you extract it first. And then you're going to hit the application here to install it. You'll see it right there. HiloStream Broadcast setup. I'm going to go up in here and I'm going to go HiloStream Broadcast Scoreboard because mine's already installed. So we open that up. And the first thing you're going to ask for your key. So you're going to put in the key that they gave you right here. So you see right here, when I click on it, it gives me a copy of ball. I think I'm going to activate. It doesn't matter if you're on or offline. It's going to activate for you if it's a proper valid key. So hit that and it opens up and it loads. And here we are with our HiloStream. Mine is already set up for a previous game. So any settings you save in here will automatically come up wherever you left off. It saves it automatically when it closes out. This is to prevent, in case you shut off your computer or something happens, you get a power surge or something, and your scoreboard goes off mid-game. So when it comes back, it'll go exactly where you left it. Right now, we're going to go into just the basketball scoreboard mode. What you're going to want to do, you set up your team branding right here. You could control which side your home team is on. I like it on the right or the bottom. And we have our two teams here. They are high school, St. Peter's, Bees, and Pirates. You can put the records in if you want. I'm not going to put those in. It gets a little hectic when you're broadcasting sports every day and you have to keep on top of these records. So I usually leave that blank, but you're welcome to put in your team's record. Every time, choose your team colors. You can choose whatever colors you want for your team. Maroon, yellow, whatever. It has a full spectrum of colors. You could also upload your network logo. Your network logo will display on the upper right-hand side of your scoreboard. So once you have your scoreboard set up, we also have controls here for game controllers, keyboards. You can set your bind your shortcuts. So whatever you want your shortcuts to be, you could operate it with a game controller or a keyboard. Okay, we're going to show you that at a later tutorial, but right now we're just showing you basic setup and how to operate. You could also change your scoreboard type. Alright, so when you change your scoreboard, you'll see a little preview down here of the scoreboard. Certain scoreboards work better for certain sports, so you'll get used to knowing which is best for your sport. I sort of like this one for my basketball score, so I'm just going to leave that one for now. So we go back here, we'll go back to live control. I'm just going to restart my clock here, so you have your clock up here. Reset a beginning of game. Your quarters, you control that down here. It's overtime, first, second, third, fourth, so got to go in order. Now you see a piece of your main controls. This gets a little hectic once you add it into your Wirecast or OBS. So we have other controls that you can operate this from. So if you see there, we have phone and we have minimize. We're going to go to minimize right now. So I can show you the minimize control. So we'll open up our Wirecast right here. And we have in here our minimize control board. And we have our game right here. So I'm just going to leave this here. I'm going to drag this down. I'm going to put my scoreboard on top here so we can preview the scoreboard when we're doing it. So I have my scoreboard here. When you set this up, you're going to use a web display. So you just add that in there. We added a web display already. And when we go here, I'm just going to refresh this so it brings up my scoreboard. Hit enter and there's my scoreboard. So we see. Oops, you didn't get to see that because it wasn't in and it didn't appear to be popping up in the main. Let me just push that over for you. There it is. So you can see our scoreboard and you can see our minimize scoreboard operator here. Alright, so when you see here, when you're in the middle of the game and you're operating the scoreboard, you have the minimize controls right here. So I just can bring that up a little bit. I'm actually going to move my scoreboard first because usually you wouldn't see scoreboard like this in the bottom here. So to move your scoreboard around. Also, don't forget the transparent button here. If you don't hit the transparent button, you're going to have a black background. But by your scoreboard, you're not going to be able to see the game. So make sure you hit that transition button, and that'll allow your scoreboard to shine on top there. So we're going to go back now to our display properties, and I'm just going to move this scoreboard around up here. So we go there. You know, you could just control it here, and we can just move it around. You can't see that because that was in live, but I just moved it. You click and drag from this one up to here. So I put it up in the corner here. We can leave it there. We can make it bigger, smaller. Where's my scale? Here, scale. So bring it down a little small. Again, you're not seeing me actually. Switch it. There we go. So I'm making it a little bit smaller. I put it in my upper up hand corner. You just move to the other side. I'll move it over there and I'll put it there. Alright, so let's say we're going to leave our scoreboard up there for now. So that would be up in the upper right hand corner. When we start our game, you can see here we have our clock settings down here. I'm going to hit start on the clock, and you'll see your clock start to move. Score is now moving, and we are now in a live game. We also have setting down here, fouls and timeouts. You could enable or disable that from the main board, but we're not going to do that right now. I notice it gets kind of hectic when you're adding all these things, especially if you're just one person controlling the whole game. So we won't add those for now. We'll just worry about the score. And as the score goes on the course, you keep moving your scoreboard here. There we go. And whatever it is, your score keeps going up. More points. Your team scores. Of course, the more you're going to add, don't forget to stop your clock during breaks. When they have fouls, when they have balls side out, you got to bring your clock to a pause. So you just stop it, and then you'll restart. Okay, this is a lot quicker than Wirecast. Clock function where you have to actually go into layers and alter everything. And the middle of game, it gets very hectic. So you want to have an easy control right here. So that is our minimize control board. And of course, when you change sports, the different functions will be in the scoreboard as well for you to control.